Over to another rivalry, the Egg Bowl, looking at Mississippi State, 2-8, in search of their first SEC win up against probably an angry Ole Miss Rebels team, number 14 in the country, 8-2 overall, and the Rebels are 26-point favorites, total of 61.5. Jackson Dart throwing those 2 critical interceptions against Florida last week. Rebels probably on the outside looking in, or definitely on the outside looking into the college football playoff, but have an outside shot of making the CFP. I saw their odds to make it over at Bet365 to sneak in are 5-1. A, what's your handicap of this game, Brett? And B, what kind of shot would you give Ole Miss to get into the CFP? And are those odds looking into in terms of the potential chaos that can ensue on rivalry weekend?
Yeah, I mean, just to answer B first, they're probably the most likely of the outside SEC teams looking in to make it, just because you can always come back to that Alabama, hey, you lost to Vanderbilt as the number 1 team in the country. In Ole Miss, of course, you can look back and say, well, you guys lost to Kentucky, and Kentucky only has 1 SEC win on the year. They're playing really good football at that time. It'll be interesting to see where the committee lands with that. 5-1. I think that's probably about right. It's going to take a lot of help at the top. It's going to, they don't control their own destiny by any stretch. And also you got to consider the fact that they do have to rise 3 spots, not 2, because if they jump Boise State or Tulane, and those teams are ranked 12 or lower, they're going to get in ahead of the 12th ranked team. So we're going to need Ole Miss to get up 3 spots to make that. And I'm pulling for it. I sold that 26-1 ticket, which is looking less and less exciting by the day, but hey. So to talk about this game really quick, first of all, it's Crime is Not on Thanksgiving Day. I just want to throw out there, everyone agrees, it's obnoxious. I hate it that they moved it, TV revenue, all that stuff. And it's also going to be cold in Oxford, relatively so. We're both Midwesterners, so we're going to look at the temperature and say it's not that bad. But hey, it's going to be below 40 degrees in Oxford, Mississippi on Friday. That matters. I would take that into consideration for sure. My question is Jackson Dart fully healthy? He sure didn't look it against Florida. He had the spat on the ankle. He was not playing well. You said he threw 2 interceptions. I'll credit him with 3. The one did get called back, but absolutely back-breaking play after back-breaking play. You could just see it broke him down emotionally in that he wanted to win so badly and was just, I don't know if he was healthy enough to win that football game. Their star wide receiver, Trey Harris, he sure isn't healthy. He returned for the first time since week 7, but left again. He didn't complete that game. Their starting running back, who was their leading rusher, Henry Parrish, he's out for the year. So, look, their last 5 games between these two teams have been pretty close, kind of regardless of where these teams are at. It's the classic, eye roll, I'll throw those records out. But here I really do think it matters that these two teams have played so closely. And Mississippi State did seal a win in Oxford in 2022. But look, I don't buy into what does Mississippi State have left to play for? Because this is a rivalry that means everything to both of these teams right now. And this is a major letdown spot for Ole Miss, not in the traditional sense of they just come off a big win, but because they come off of that physical beating, that emotional loss to Florida. I'm going to risk this looking bad, but I'd probably lean the points of Mississippi State. You're going to be 26 points over at Bet365. I'll probably take Mississippi State.